So you're educating as soon as the patient comes into the hospital, and then you're still educating whenever it's time for them to discharge. Same with life insurance. The person has a ton of questions whenever they get life insurance or whenever they're inquiring about it. And then as soon as they get it, as soon as they're approved, they may still have a lot more questions. So you're constantly learning, you're constantly educating, but you're still making a huge impact on that person's life.
I'm not playing. And I'm not playing. Let me get that moment. When we get that moment, give me a moment. When we get that moment, let me get that moment. When we get that moment, when we get that moment.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Give Me a Moment. I'm your hostess, P, and I have a special guest today. She wears plenty of hats. She is a mother, she is a wife, she is a nurse, and she sells life insurance. Okay, she's a life insurance agent. So let's get into it right now. All right. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me.
This is Chrissy here. Well, I know her by Chrissy, but her name is Christine. So, we're going to talk about life insurance and your experience of life insurance and what made you want to get into it. Okay. But first, I have some icebreakers. You ready for it?
I'm ready. Right now.
Ready? Alrighty. So one icebreaker is, let me get to my notes. What cartoon character would you be?
Powerpuff Girls.
Okay. She's a power girl. Hey, she's for the girls. She's for the girls.
Girl.
Alrighty. For me, I think I would be like I don't know. Any of the Marvel characters.
Ooh.
Marvel.
Marvel's-
Yeah.
Ooh, that's fun.
Marvel. Yeah. I'm with it. I'm with it. Okay. All right. And next question. Okay. If you were food, what food would you be?
A pineapple.
Okay.
Or it could be a full course meal.
Okay. All right.
A Caribbean meal. Let's do a roti, probably a bus up shut. Okay.
Okay. Hey, come with it. I'm feeling hungry now. Okay. So, okay, why would you pick those? Why?
The meal?
The meal.
I love pineapples.
Okay.
And then a roti because it's part of my roots, my culture.
Mhm.
I'm Trinidadian. So that is our traditional dish, roti, bus up shut. So yeah.
Yes. Palau.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
I'm getting hungry over here.
Okay. Favorite food for me, I would say, I am a wings girl. I am a wings girl. So anything wings, like, I think that's what breaks my diet every time.
I love wings too, yeah.
That's what breaks my diet every time. Every time someone mentions wings or I look at wings, I'm like, I could start tomorrow. I could start over tomorrow on my diet, So yes. Okay. All right. So we got that out the way. You feeling comfortable?
I'm good.
You're good? All righty. Good. So let's get into it. So what inspired you to get into the medical field? Because you are a nurse too as well. So what inspired you to get?
Yeah, so I've always wanted to be a nurse. I think what influenced me was that I have family that's a registered nurse or a doctor. So that was pretty much my big influence. And plus, too, my family wanted me to just do something that serves people and help others and nursing, the medical field is one of them.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay. And how long have you been in the medical
I've
field?
been a registered nurse for about 80 years. 8 years.
8
A long
years.
time.
Wow.
Hmm.
Well, congratulations
Thank
and
you.
thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
Alrighty. So, life insurance. How did you get into life insurance?
Yeah. There's two reasons.
Mhm.
Over the years as a nurse, I've just noticed that there would be patients that are discharging and they're being discharged to a rehab or a nursing home. And so I noticed that their insurance won't cover all of it, or they'll
Okay.
be staying in the hospital for a long period of time until they're able to get into a rehab hospital. And the social workers would be, looking to see who would be able to cover that patient and so forth. Um, and many other reasons. But for home, what really took it home for me was just seeing my aunt
Mhm.
get diagnosed with cancer,
Okay.
colorectal cancer in her early 40s,
Mhm.
and just seeing all of the pain that she went through um, is really what kind of made me want to look more into life insurance.
Okay.
She did have life insurance through her job, but after learning more about life insurance, um, I realized that things probably could have been a lot more different if she was
Different. Yeah.
educated
Yes.
um, on all of the different life insurances, especially private life insurance.
Mm.
So that was really my way of processing my grief, just learning more about life insurance and how I could educate other people of just taking a different avenue and really investing in a private life insurance.
Okay, okay. And I hear you say stuff about private life insurance.
Hmm.
So, what are the different types of life insurance
Yeah,
that are out there?
that's a good question. So there is term life insurance.
Okay.
So term life insurance, usually you have that for a certain amount of time. There's a
Mm.
duration. Usually the most is 30 years. Think of term, think of temporary.
Okay.
So if, for example, someone had a 30-year life insurance and that person passes away, the family could pay off any debt, the mortgage, and if there's anything left over, the family could use it.
Okay.
Um, there's term insurance with living benefits, which pretty much cover the same thing. However, they can use the insurance while they're alive for any
Mhm.
type of illness, such as terminal, critical, and chronic illnesses. So that can be a heart attack, a stroke, and many other things that may qualify for it.
Okay.
And then there's a whole life insurance, which is a permanent insurance. They will have that insurance for the rest of their life. And usually the premium stays the same. And so they also have living benefits in that insurance, and they could build cash value, cash
Okay.
accumulation in that insurance, so that they can use it to help them with retirement and so forth.
Mhm.
And then there's a universal life, which is also the same thing as a whole life insurance. However, it's a lot more flexible.
Mm.
So they could put as much money as they want into it or put as little. It's very flexible. We could think of that as like the Lamborghini vehicle of all of the insurances.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes.
and they could use it for retirement, college funds, whatever the case may be, paying for their child's first wedding or a
Mhm.
down payment on a home, but they can build cash value in there, and it's an amazing product. So
Okay.
there's a lot of different types
The
of life
benefits that
insurance and
goes with
benefits.
it.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Good. I didn't even know all of that stuff.
Yeah.
You're educating me in a lot. So I appreciate that. Okay. So what are so how did getting into life insurance help you financially?
Mhm. It gives me a peace of mind. I would say
Okay.
that. Um, Just because if something happened to me, if I were to get sick, I mean, no one plans on getting sick, right?
Mhm.
However, if I do, at least I know that I have that peace of mind of, hey, I have this amount that I can use while I'm alive.
Okay,
If
okay.
I were to get a heart attack or a stroke, whatever the case may be, I know that I can get it, call the insurance and say, hey, this is my diagnosis.
Mhm.
And they're like, okay, here, you can have this set amount of money for the month and so forth.
Okay.
For me to just focus on recovering and resting so my body can heal
Mhm.
and not really worry and stress about how the bills are going to be paid, getting back to work, and so forth.
Okay. So, what would you say to the people that are interested in getting into life insurance and being a life insurance agent?
If they're interested in getting into life insurance is a fast growing industry. It's one of the industries that you could become a millionaire, actually. It's an amazing industry. You're educating people, you have a purpose, and there is over 1 million people here in the US. So there's still a lot of people that need education.
Okay.
So definitely
Okay.
look into it and hit me up.
This your girl right here. Okay, okay. So, what are some feedbacks that negative feedbacks or positive feedbacks that you get from family members that you help out, or not family members, but families, other families that you help?
Yeah. Life insurance have that stereotype of you only get it whenever you pass away.
Mm,
That's like the dinosaur life insurance back in the day. Life insurance have really evolved. So you can get it while you're alive, and there's benefits to it, like we talked about with the living benefits. Another thing could be younger kids in their 20s. They're like,
okay.
I'm living my life. I don't really
Yes.
need it. I'm healthy,
Mm-hmm.
and so forth. And they do need it. Life insurance is a lot cheaper whenever you get it whenever you're younger.
Okay.
Um, the premium will stay the same. It could actually be $22, sometimes even $16 you're paying monthly
Mm.
whenever you get it so young. So it's very beneficial to have.
Okay. So you're saying that we should get it soon as we
As soon as you
will
can,
get out
yeah.
the womb.
Yes, and you definitely can. Yeah,
Yes.
14 days old, a child
14.
can
Oh,
get life
wow.
insurance.
14 days. You
14
hear
days
that?
old, yes.
You hear that, guys?
And it could be super cheap. A whole life insurance, sometimes parents are paying $4 to $6. It just depends on
Okay.
how much coverage they want.
Yes.
But $4 to $6 a month, come on now.
Yes.
That's a McDonald's meal. Like,
Yes.
come on.
And you spend that a day.
Yeah.
In a day. Okay, all right. So, what are some of the things that trying to get my thought together. Uh in different cultures, what are some of the feedbacks that you get from different cultures? What are the different things that you see, experience in helping different cultures get life insurance?
um, that's a good question. I would say the Caucasian culture, they're a lot more open to it.
Okay.
Um, a lot more open to getting it. A lot of them have coverage. I'll say the African American culture, there's a lot more awareness
Hmm.
now within our culture. But there's still a lot of education that needs to be done.
Okay.
About 48% of African Americans believe that they don't have enough coverage or they don't have coverage at all.
Mm.
So there's still a lot of education that needs to be done and really just getting the word out there.
Yes.
42% of Americans say that they don't have enough coverage as well, and that's just overall. So there's still a lot of people that we need to educate and just get this information out to.
Okay. Okay. Oh, so when is the best time to get life insurance?
The best time is now.
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 Okay.
It's a
Good.
super
Good
quick
answer.
process. Depends on how proactive you are, but it's very quick. And it's something that everyone should make a priority.
Mhm.
Sometimes people tend to delay parts of the process, but it can be quick and easy.
Mhm.
Don't prolong it and drag it out. Just get it done now, and you
Mhm.
won't have to worry about it afterwards.
Yeah. And it's a good topic to talk about. I feel like it's not being talked about enough,
Mhm.
especially in our generation that we live in now.
Mhm.
Um, there's a lot of people that, like you said, that are not educated on life insurance,
Mhm.
or they think that it's, oh, like it's okay. Like when I'm dead and gone, like th-
Mhm.
they'll have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about that. But it's like, do you really want your family to be on the streets and sell food plates and,
GoFundMe's.
GoFundMe's and
Yes.
all of these things, struggling
Yes.
to make sure you're at peace and you're laying down at peace.
Yeah, anything can happen. I mean, I have seen multiple GoFundMe accounts of college students or even children,
Mhm.
where the college student family is asking for assistance or with paying like the medical bills,
Okay.
etc., while that person is on life support or in a induced coma. So
Mhm.
anything could happen. Like life does not discriminate according to your
Yes.
age.
Yes, yes.
So, and then two, it's a great way to build wealth. It's so
Mhm.
easy to get rich now. People are
Oh,
getting rich off
yeah.
of TikTok,
Mhm.
um, YouTube. However, they're not really educated on how to use that money whenever they
Yes.
get such a huge lump sum of it. So with a life insurance, you could start, like for example, a universal life insurance that we spoke
Okay,
about.
yes.
You could start putting a lot of that money into those type of insurances
Mhm.
to build wealth,
Mhm.
so that you're not just rich, but you're actually building generational wealth and passing it down to your family and helping
Yes.
that money live longer.
Yes. Now, that's one thing that I wish young when I was younger, my family actually looked into. I know that my family actually came from another country and coming here to America is different. The culture is different, the laws are different, everything in America is different
Mm-hmm.
from in Trinidad. So, seeing at 18, seeing my dad get sick and then pass
Mm-hmm.
away and not having life insurance for him, you know how stressful it was for my family trying to figure out, okay, where we getting this money from? How are
Mm-hmm.
we going to plan this? What can we do next?
Mm-hmm.
And then seeing the other side of it from my husband's side of the family when his mother passed away, and seeing that they have life insurance and how easy it was just to plan it, just to say what you need, what you want, how
Mm-hmm.
you want it to go, and then that's it. You don't have to figure out, stress about where this money is coming from,
Mm-hmm.
how you going to plan it. It's just there, already
Yeah.
planned.
Yeah.
And you just say, okay, let's go. Let's go
Yeah.
on this. And then, like you said, if you're sick, if you need
Mm-hmm.
some extra money coming in because you can't work or stuff, you can use that income as well
Mm-hmm.
too. Use that as an income
Yeah.
as well. So that is great. That is great.
Mm.
So how are you liking the life insurance world,
I
agent?
love it. I
Love it.
do, because I still have that passion of educating others and
Mhm.
helping others. Aside from, it's different than nursing, right? Just
Okay.
the aspect of nursing is a lot more physical, but life insurance, I'm helping them in a different world aspect,
Yes.
in finances
Okay.
and covering families. So I love it. I really do.
Okay. Okay. Um, what would you say to the younger generation and to the Black community about, because we want to educate our Black communities.
Mhm.
We want to educate everybody as well, but the younger generation that is coming up and they don't know too much about life insurance, or they think it's just, like, oh, okay, whatever. They don't have to worry about that right now. But what would you say to those particular people?
I would say to be a part of the change of our community evolving, getting life insurance, educating ourselves on it, and seeing the importance and making it a priority, um, because it could really benefit our community in a very positive way. We have a lot of our community is known as being poor, having a lot of these health issues, relying on welfare, um, and not having enough health insurance or whatever the case may be. And life insurance can be that icebreaker. It can fill in that gap to help flourish our community, and make our community a lot more better.
Okay, okay. This is a kind of a personal question, but how do you juggle it all? How do
uh,
you juggle it all with being a mom, a wife, a nurse, life insurance, agent? How do you juggle it all? Because it seems like you get all your rest. You sleep.
Oh,
It looks
no.
like you sleep very peacefully at night. Like,
My life is very busy and
Mhm.
hectic, but I pray a lot.
Okay, yes.
My husband is very supportive. I go to him and vent about everything. Um, but I'm glad I look very rested. I didn't sleep much last night, so that's a huge compliment.
Yes, and I do wanna give you your flowers too because you have accomplished a lot, especially with, I know you personally as well too. So from your personal life, seeing everything that you've been through and everything that you have conquered, you've handled it so gracefully. And then, from the outside, from what you do on your professional life,
Mhm.
I see you're making your content, you're doing everything that you need to do to get the word out there, and you're handling it, like I said, you're handling it very graceful.
Thank you. I'm
Mm.
learning to give myself grace.
Yeah.
Sometimes we are our greatest critic.
Yes.
And so giving ourselves grace is what I've been working on. So
Mm.
thank you. I really appreciate
You're
that.
welcome. And I'm so glad that you came and that, we were here to interview. We've been planning this for a long time. A long time, but I am so grateful that we was able to sit down today and actually talk about everything that we need to talk about to educate everybody that needs life insurance. So if once you see this, please go out and get life insurance. I'll put her information down below so y'all could get it. So y'all could contact her and get life insurance. Okay. And she will educate you more as well too if you need more information. Because the way that you give out the information and educate us on it is just it's really good.
Thank you.
So yes. So is there anything else that you would want to say about
Life insurance?
life insurance or medical field?
Um
I mean, I know that's a broad question, but no, but the difference between
yeah.
medical field and life insurance or what brings them together.
So what brings them together is education. So you're educating as soon as the patient comes into the hospital, and then you're still educating whenever it's time for them to discharge. Same with life insurance. The person has a ton of questions whenever they get life insurance or whenever they're inquiring about it. And then as soon as they get it, as soon as they're approved, they may still have a lot more questions. So you're constantly learning, you're constantly educating. Um, but you're still making a huge impact on that person's life.
Okay, yes, yes. Yes. Um we do have a couple of family members that are in the medical field. And I was in the medical field as well too. I feel like when I was in the medical field, I actually wanted to educate a lot of people. When my dad was sick, I didn't know a lot of information that I know now that I could have helped out or prevent from happening to him as his illness got worse. So, that was my reason in going into the medical field and knowing and actually helping people educate them well into what could help them out and their loved ones out as well too. Um, so medical field is all around. It's a big field, huge, and yeah, it is a lot to do, and you have to be a special person to understand and to care for another person as well too. So I really do appreciate you coming out. So how can they find you?
So you all can find me on Facebook or Instagram. Instagram is lovelychrissy_01. And also I am on TikTok. So
Okay.
we'll put those below.
Okay. Yes, we'll put that below. All right. Well, thank you so much. We actually got to go eat after this, and talk some more. So, all right. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back. Peace.
When we get that moment. When we get that moment.